families, it's so great to see you for our weekly podcast. We have one busy week coming up. Cannot even begin to tell you all of the things that are on the slate for the week. And I'm so proud of the rock stars for how far they've come so far. I cannot wait to see what we accomplish this week together. So a couple of quick announcements just for you to keep you informed with what we're doing this week. On Tuesday night is actually Trunk or Treat from 6 to 7 p.m. in the bus ramp, so I hope to see you all there. Wednesday is Picture Day, so remind your child to wear their best on that day. Not quite sure what time we'll actually be taking pictures, but Picture Day is Wednesday. Thursday are the SCA elections for Student Council. From our class, we have Jason, we have Aubrey, and we have Layla, who are running for different positions. They'll be giving their speeches in front of 3rd and 4th and 5th grade, and then the voting will take place that very same day among all of those grades. And on Sunday, next Sunday, a week from today, bright and early in the morning, is the White Tiger Run. And remember that this weekend coming up is actually Daylight Savings Time. Follow those clocks back 1 hour as well. But the White Tiger Run will be on Sunday. I hope to see many of you there as well. I will be there. So this week, I almost forgot. I want to recognize our rock star of the week, Adam. He has been making some incredible connections in guided reading, and his greetings coming into the classroom in the morning and in the afternoon are incredible. So he was recognized as our rock star of the week this past week. Now I'm going to take you away to the math and reading portion of the VODCAST for the week, and then I'll pull you back in for social studies and writing. So, hope you enjoy, get a pencil ready, and here are some great strategies to use in the home. Okay, family, so one of the major concepts that we're actually going to be talking about this week in math is elapsed time. And something you can practice at home, you can use from the newspaper, you can go on the TV, you can get it from the internet, would be a schedule for something. So here on the screen, you'll see that I just took the schedule for a movie theater. And here you can see the names of the movies that are playing, how long, the duration of them, and the times that they start. So, say that I wanted to go and watch Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, which is right here, in the PG format, and it lasts 1 hour and 35 minutes. So I want to go to the show that starts at 5:20 p.m. So I need to figure out when I can get out of that movie, because maybe I have to be at another meeting afterward, and I need to find out, will I have enough time to make that meeting? So one method I'm going to teach the students this week is actually a T-chart. And so what I'm going to do here is write 5:20 p.m. And this is the unknown time right now because I'm not sure what time it's ending. Okay, so, but I know it lasts 1 hour and 35 minutes. So what you can actually do with the T-chart, and I'm going to change my color here for you, is actually kind of break down 1 hour and 35 minutes into a better workable time. And one thing that is really easy is, can I take it by the hour? So can I take 5:20 up to 6:20 and still have time? So I see that the movie is 1 hour and 35 minutes, so I'm just going to add an hour to that. And here you'll see that I'm writing 6:20 p.m. because that takes it up by 1 hour. And I kind of put 1 hour in the bank over here because this is how much time it's taking so far. So I'm going to put 1 hour in the bank. Now, I know that I have 35 minutes left. So how can I best work with 35 minutes? Well, 35 is kind of a rough number to work with, so I'm going to bump it back to 30 minutes. So if I added 30 minutes onto 6:20, that's going to take me to 6:50. So I'm going to write 6:50 p.m. here, and I just added 30 minutes. So I'm going to put 30 minutes over here in the bank. And now I'm keeping track in my head. The movie is 1 hour and 35 minutes. So I still left off 5 minutes. So I'm going to add 5 more minutes to 6:50, which takes us to 6:55. And that is what time the movie will end. So in this particular question, we had to find out what time the movie ended. Sometimes the students are going to have to find out how long something happened. So maybe instead of putting a question mark right here, I would write 7:45, and I'd ask how much time went between 5:20 and 7:45. But in this particular case, the movie ended at 6:55, as you can see right there that I just covered in yellow highlighter. You can do that with TV schedules, anything like that. It's just a really real-life application of elapsed time. Or when your student gets home, when you start eating dinner, you could say, okay, write down that time, and then until they go to bed, the ending time. Okay, find out how much time passed from the time you ate dinner until the time you went to bed. What's the elapsed time, the time that passed? Okay, so that's one of the strategies you can actually practice at home this week, which would be elapsed time. We're really going to be working on that, and then we'll be moving on to fractions towards the end of the week after the students take a pretest so I can see what they know with that. Now, I'm going to take you to one more area. Let me actually erase the screen for you real quick. And this is actually a site that I have linked up on the Kate Waller-Barrett website. So if you come to Math Practice, here we are on our website, down to Class News Math Practice, it's going to take you to this site, Are You a Math Magician? This is just another way to practice math facts at home. So maybe you could say, oh, I want to do a mixed practice. And then you type in your name. I'll type in Mr. Reichard. Hit start, and then the student will be timed for a minute. Okay, well, here we go. The facts. And it's just another way to practice the facts at home. I know they have the flashcards. I know that I showed you the war game, but this is just another way to really practice the math facts in the home, and another way to get those down and get those fluent, which is part of the Barrett Academy Constitution. Moving on to reading this week, we're continuing studying inferences, and I actually have a link on our class webpage. If you go down to the Rockstar Documents and Reading Practice, click on Making Inferences Roleplay, and here you're going to see this. Now, this is a really cool activity you can use in the home. So all of these speech bubbles are actually cell phone conversations. So if you'll look with me right now at this individual speech bubble that I'm about to circle, right here, sorry for the sloppy circle, basically what you would do is you could read this to your child, and then they have to tell you who called. Because basically what an inference is taking knowledge that a student already has in their mind, taking what they see in a picture or text, and coming up with something that the author didn't quite write down in a book. So in this case, we have cell phone conversations that gets it going. So here's an example. I'll go ahead and read it. It says, "Hi, yes ma'am, okay, I'm ready. I need 2 large cheese and a medium pepperoni. No thank you, that will be all." So then you can ask, the question is right there, who did I call and how do you know? And that gets the inference going. Well, the child might say, well, I've heard that before when you ordered a pizza from Domino's or Papa John's or Pizza Hut. So I know that you're placing an order for delivery at a pizza place. And how did I know? Well, I heard this before in the past. That's totally what an inference is. And I have all of these here, and actually, I believe that the answers are down at the bottom. I'm sorry, guys. I believe the answers are down at the bottom if you would like to find out if you're right or not. Okay, so that's one way to practice inferences in the home. We'll be doing a lot of cool stuff this week. Now I'm going to pop you back over to the video, so I'll see you guys later. I hope these strategies are helpful. Here we go. Okay, family, so transitioning over to writing this week, we're actually finishing up a lot of different pieces of writing, publishing them, we'll be sharing them. All of the writing that is finished this week, I'll be grading, conferencing with the students about it, and it will actually be on the first quarter report card reflected there. I'm so proud of how far the Rockstars have come with their writing. I conference with them individually on a weekly basis, and they're looking at their beginning of the year writing compared to the writing that they're doing now, and even they are seeing the growth that they're making within their writing. So this week we will transfer over to a piece of writing called memoirs. Memoirs are actually taking an event from your life, taking a time period from your life and talking about it. So this week in class, I'll actually be talking about my senior year of college. That's going to be what memoir I'm going to write about when I was student teaching for a year. And I'm going to talk about the major events that kind of shaped the teacher that I am today, that happened in that year that caused me to teach the way that I do today. So that's a memoir, a period of time about a person's life. And students are going to be writing that. I'm going to be showing them some cool brainstorming strategies and different things to help them to pull out a really strong memoir. So we'll actually be working on that over about the next 2-week time frame in writing and constructing our memoirs. It's going to be a really big piece of writing. Really the first major piece of writing of the year that's multi-paragraph, that's really tying in all the strategies we've learned so far. I'm so excited about it, and the rock stars have been doing so well in their writing. Just so proud of them. Finally, in social studies this week, we'll be transitioning over to Unit 3 of our social studies textbook, which is the Exploration of North America unit. So we'll be talking very briefly about the Silk Road that was in Asia way back, and how it was blocked off, which caused the European explorers to start coming over to North America in search of a route to Asia. We're actually going to be creating a real-life clue game out in the hallway, and as we go through the unit, we'll be creating the game, and at the end of the unit, we'll actually be playing it. And I hope that you'll be able to come in as well at some point. Maybe in our November family night, we'll still have it up, and you'll be able to play it as well. It's just another way to try to get our thinking going, because with the explorers, we start bringing in the dates and all of those really important topics. And actually, if you pardon my looking for it, this week we'll actually be making our timeline. So a while back, I asked for those donations of paper towel rolls, which I got plenty of them. Thank you all for them. What I've actually done is cut butcher paper about this wide and about very, very long. It's going to roll out. And we're going to keep an interactive timeline on here, starting with the explorers and going to the end of the Civil War by the end of the year. And the rock stars are going to be able to store that in the paper towel roll so that they can take it home and keep all of those dates straight, and really the sequence of events of American history, which is what we're studying this year through the Civil War. So that is something we're actually going to start this week when we start talking about the years that different explorers made it over. I still ask that the rock stars study about 5 to 10 minutes every night on the things that they're studying in class. We may have a pop quiz the following day as we go so we can keep the knowledge going. But I have to tell you, the Unit 2 Social Studies test on Native Americans was awesome. I cannot even explain to you how well the rock stars did. That was sent home in the Friday folder. I'm very, very proud of them. It was a very difficult test. It was challenging. They studied. They were studying every moment of the day. They have it down, and I'm really proud of them. One final thing, conferences are coming up in a couple of weeks, and this year with the Barrett Academy, we're actually looking at student-led conferences. So your student's going to be an integral part of the conference. We're going to be working on that with the rock stars over the next few weeks. So please plan on bringing your rock star during the conferences in a few weeks, which might be a little different than the past. But more information will come on that as well. As always, please give me some feedback. Were the strategies that I had in the video today, were they helpful? Are they too much? Is the video too long? What can I do to help improve your child's education? As always, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, let me know. I am so excited for the upcoming week. I hope to see you guys out at some of the events that the school has this week as well. Have a wonderful Sunday evening. So long to the best families in Stafford County.